I appreciate you reaching out numerous times, more than once.
Wait a damn minute.
And the way you came in, I kind of escalated things. You know, tequila's expensive as hell, so I want to show up being cool. So I drank that, and that's, I didn't remember.
Oh.
What the is happening?
Oh, Lord. Again. A fucking again.
And my hair was like this when I saw you, and
Sorry. No.
No, Summer. I love you.
You see? She's drunk.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about Summer House about this Vineyard, Season 2, Episode 6. Like I said before, this is my show. Now that the Housewives are taking a little break until, next week with New Jersey, this has been taking up my time. I definitely love this show. I love the cast. Like, if there was ever a cast that myself, per se, could join, it would be this one, right? However, I love the showdown. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe, listen to the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
Also, so if y'all, I also did the video about, talked about the question that they should ask during the reunion. So the link's right there. Do that, right? So before I even start the video, I feel like we have to also give a little bit of justice to Mariah for doing her due diligence with reaching out to Bria, right? So I feel like that should be something that should be noted, because Bria, I'm about to have to ask you some questions. Okay, let's get there. All right, so the episode starts with Summer. She opens up the episode and she basically talks about her grandmother and basically the overarching moments of her life, right?
She is the backbone of the family. She adopted me when my mom could no longer take care of me. My mom struggled with addiction.
She talked about she doesn't know who her father was. She thought one man was her father, but it really wasn't. She talked about her mother was a drug addict and she had to get adopted by her grandmother, which is why she holds her grandmother in such a high regard, and why I think she's going through a lot right now, because I believe her grandmother just had eye surgery, so she doesn't have her vision, or her vision is blurred. So she's talking to her grandma, telling her about all the stuff that's going on in the house. And I know Alex later on in the episode made a comment about how Summer, when she first came into the show, she was very much, bubbly, light, and was, kind. And I feel like, yes, this season she's very and like seemed like a lot of angst within her. However, I feel like we can't really hold that against her, because I feel like us as people, we're multifaceted. We're like onions. We have layers. So it's like, just because it's shown on different emotion, I mean, you can't judge that against her. However, when you first meet people, they give you their representative every time. I do it all the time at work. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, you're going to give who you want people to see you as at first glance. But then once you get to know someone, like, obviously those walls come down, you become comfortable, this, that, and the third, all that, right? But I feel like Summer's going through a lot. She says it in the confessional that she feels like she's being she's drowning, she feels overwhelmed. And like, when I was in college, and like, mind you, I went through college by myself twice. Financially, like, I was doing an internship with Champion Sports. I was doing a art gallery on campus. I worked as a manager at Dollar General while being a full-time student. This is all because I knew what kind of career and I knew what kind of life I wanted to live. So it's one of those things where I did what I had to do, and it was hard. It definitely was like, okay, adulting is hard. But I definitely can sympathize with her, and I'm happy she's able to express these emotions in the confessional, because I feel like these confessionals are like therapy, right? And like, doing these YouTube videos are like therapy for me as well, because when I watch them back, I can like, damn, that's how I felt in that moment. So it's just like, with her, I feel like she is expressing her true feelings about how she's feeling in these confessionals, but she's not expressing it to her friends. Right. So this episode, we're Preston's basically throwing a happy hour couples weekend. There's gonna be freaking it with Jordan, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on in this episode. So we start seeing all the people start showing up. Amir goes to go pick up his girlfriend. We see Simon come in and he's over here wearing these pajamas. Nick is over here trying to like, okay, why is he wearing it? Why'd you buy it? You know, really giving like a little light banter, nothing too crazy. But you know, we find out that Mariah she's in Boston. She's over here trying to get the ferry. I think they take a ferry over to the island. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if it's a peninsula, girl, but she's basically in the surrounding area. Phil's with her as well. So Bria was like, okay, can Phil come as well? And Preston was like, I'm not inviting him, but if you want to invite him, girl, that is you, right?
You guys are moving soon. That's
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Nick was talking all this he's like, you're getting wallpaper.
Everybody goes upstairs when Simon's there. Also that we're introduced to Donald, which is Preston's, now fiance. Congratulations to them. But boyfriend at the time. Cool people. So they introduced them. Simon's there. Everybody's over here, you know, intermingling. They go upstairs and they basically talking about Phil and Mariah. Can they come? Woo, 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 woo. They're trying just to gauge everything. Cool, right? So we're in the car. Amir has Natalie, and she's a beautiful girl. The girl is stunning. I'm still on the fence with Natalie because this whole episode made me look at her very different. However, I know how editing can be, and I know how, you know, these shows can go. So it can paint someone out to be, you know,
A bitch.
or standoffish, but I don't want to put that on her. You know, I don't know this girl. So, you know, I think the one thing I don't like that Natalie did is coming across as she feels better than them, and she feels like, oh, I'm not going down there. Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, I won't be a part of that. Oh, and it gives that energy, and I don't like it because, was she a Spanish woman? I feel like historically, we know how that looks and we know how that is. So for her to come into a space on TV, she should have just let her guards down, or even if she had her guards up, she could have came in a little bit more amicable and just willing to, you know, go with the flow. You're here to support your man, Amir, and it's just one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like she definitely wanted to exclude herself and be like us, them, me, them, and But they talk about, you know, meeting Natalie for the first time. Summer met her one time, and she's just like, yeah, she was very standoffish. She was very this, that, and the third. Well, it goes in the car, and Natalie's like, yeah, you know, I know, you know, Summer from the whole party. She was very touchy-feely, and, you know, I didn't like that. So Amir goes to his confessional, was like, yeah, you know, Natalie knows about how all the people was like wanted me last year.
Who?
Amir, don't get me wrong, like, you fine, down, especially in the morning when he was stretching. Girl, the thoughts in my head, right?
But
Nobody wanted you, not even Jordan, who you was going after. So I feel like it's one of those things where I'm just like, she should, maybe it's something that on her end, which is why he brought this up, like her comfortability with all these beautiful women. That's something she probably got to deal with, but nobody's really, I feel like they all look at him like a little brother, right? Right. Well, we're going to talk about a little bit more. So everybody's getting ready for the cocktail hour. They're getting their clothes on. So Natalie walks inside, and you know, everybody meet her, hug, whoop, whoop, hey girl, oh my God, you're so stunning, all this, right? So before everybody's leaving, they're like, hey, Amir goes into the room with Jordan. So I'm like, hey, you want to introduce yourself to Natalie? So they're just like, give us a second, we're changing, do. So when Jordan was walking down, Amir was like, hey, do you want to introduce yourself to Natalie? Why did Jordan continue to go downstairs?
I said, ooh. Ooh.
I don't know what that's about, because they was bonding at the event. However, I don't know. We'll see. So we get to the venue. The venue is beautiful, and we also see Preston, his boyfriend Donald, walking up, and we learn their backstory. So they met on Jack. They've been dating for 3 years now. They're about to move in together. They're engaged. So I mean, Black love and all representation of Black love for me is very much important. So I'm happy that Preston can open up and share his story. So shout out to you, Preston, on that as well.
2019, I see a man with a big smile message me on Jacked. catch that tea. And now we are moving in together.
So they go inside, they setting up everything. We see everybody start flowing in. Everybody start showing up. Noelle, she over here got her red dress on. She's cute. I think Jordan was, for me, the best dress. I just love the way that gown just fit on her body. Shout out to Jordan. So throughout the party, we see everybody's there, mingling, whoop, 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 all that. So Natalie and Amir come later on because obviously they had to get changed. So you see Natalie coming in contact with Jordan. She's like, oh God, hey girl, I guess you got the brown memo. Yeah, we're wearing brown. We're so, oh, this, that, that. Yeah, girl. It's real cute, nicey nice. Nothing too crazy.
Hi, we got the brown memo. That's what I was just saying. We're on the same wavelength. So like, I love that for us.
But you could just tell there's a little bit of, this is awkward, right? Because your man fucking you, but he wanted to fuck me last year. Get into that tea. So everybody's over here talking about, oh, we didn't give Mariah the address. You know, I said Phil can come. I hope everything will be cool, copacetic, you know, namaste. So we see Mariah come in. Mariah look good. I said, yes. Mariah's on my screen. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
They're here.
So I'm happy that the conversations that has happened because they needed to give us context, because we already knew what was going on, but once the extra layer of it, I'm like, Bria, you fucked up as hell. We're gonna get into it. So we see, you know, Phil pull the guys aside, Mariah pulls Bria aside. So she basically gives her context, like, hey, you know, I reached out to you. She's like, yeah, you reached out to me more than one time. So she was just like, look, I thought that you did it purposely, and that's why I was upset. I'm allergic to dogs, so that's why I felt like it was a purposeful thing, but I didn't know until I watched it back that it was Amir that did it. So I expected Amir to give me an apology because he was the one that causes unnecessary drama.
I did not know that it was not you who put the dog's clothes in the dryer. I snapped because it was like it felt intentional.
Yes.
Pans to Amir. Amir said that he don't owe nobody no apology because at the end of the day, you put your hands on Bria, so that's why you got sent home.
Absolutely fucking not.
No, sir. You do owe her an apology because at the end of the day, she got excluded and ostracized from this group and from the cast photo, from being on TV and all these other things because of you. If instead of you making a joke about it episodes later or days later or moments later after she left the motherfucking house, you sat there while y'all voted her out and didn't say shit. So yes, you do owe her a motherfucking apology because you sat there idle by and didn't say shit while she was over here being ostracized and damn near bullied out the motherfucking house. So actually, Amir, you do owe her an apology. Bitch. Piss me off. I don't care about that big old bubble booty. It was wrong for him to sit there and not say a word, and for you to even say that you don't owe her an apology. What you could have said was I apologize for the part that I played in the situation. If I should have thought about it a little bit harder, maybe I didn't know you had a dog allergy. That was my mistake. But for you to say you don't owe her an apology is wild to me, Amir. Yeah. But we do learn from that situation that, you know, Bria did, you know, that Mariah did reach out to Bria multiple times. But now Bria's coming to this house over here having a motherfucking psychotic break episode about Mariah saying,
oh my gosh, she's coming to the house. Y'all didn't give me, no, y'all didn't say anything about that. Like, this is making me so upset.
And going through these motherfucking temper tantrums like a little child is crazy to me, because yes, I can give her some type of effect that yes, you might feel some type of way for somebody coming to the house, but she reached out to you multiple times, which we didn't know. But my whole thing, yet again, I have said in all these reviews, is Summer damn near beat your fucking ass, and look what happened in this episode, but she could still stay into the house. So, you know, they mend fences, everything was cool. Bria goes in confessional, like, well, you know, we had a conversation, so that's, I just feel like mentally I'm able to move forward with her. So maybe Mariah will be able to come back to season 3. I hope so, but we'll see. Phil pulls the guys aside, and don't get me wrong, I was like, why Phil look kind of fine?
That last year, and I'm sorry. What transpired at the house last year, it was pretty chaotic. I've never really with bullies, and the way you...
I was like, Phil look kind of fine. But we get into the conversation where Phil was basically saying, look, you guys, you know, I apologize for what happened last year. That really wasn't my true intentions. You know, I was drinking a little bit too much tequila and it got me a little, and I hate when people blame the alcohol, because it's like, I have never been that inebriated where I've lost function of common sense. I've been a little bit lucid. I've been drunk, blackout drunk, but I still know how to stand. At least stand there and just like, okay, act normal, act normal. You might not look normal, but at least you can close your beef suckers, right? So for me, I just don't, for me, I wouldn't have gone with blaming the alcohol. Because regardless of blaming the alcohol or not, you are still a person. You still affected and hurt other people and shit in that man's toilet and didn't flush it, right? That was you. And that was you before all the heavy drinking, right? So my whole thing is, he should have came in and said, look, I apologize for coming into the house on 10 and, you know, being very pointed with my tone towards everybody, right? While he having the conversation, Jordan leaves because Jordan basically, she was like, I don't need to talk to him. I don't need to speak to him. Like, he's not my cup of tea.
I'll be transformed. I'm not interacting with Phil. I'm not talking to Phil. And if I don't like you before, after, in between, I don't like you ever.
But I like the fact that Nick, while he was talking, Nick was like, you know what? I don't think this conversation is going the way it should go. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you need to be responsible for your actions, this and the third. And I feel like Nick has every right to feel that way, because most of the energy came towards him. So I like the fact that Nick stood on business and he was 100% like authentic with what he said, and he was very like straightforward, like, this is how I felt.
I go to Wimbledon. I go to the Kentucky Derby, US Open, golf, and tennis. I'm in Tokyo. I'm in London. I'm in South Africa. We don't do the same stuff.
Amir was, for me, he was doing like respectability politics. Like, these are my bros. I'm gonna stand up for my bros. Okay, we get it. But my whole thing is, I feel like Phil was very much doing a lot. But at this point, Phil, you gotta suck a little dick. Wait, that came out. Sorry. That came out different than what I was gonna say. Phil, at this point, you're gonna have to kiss a little bit of ass to get on season 3. So you're gonna have to do what you gotta do to get that spot on season 3. Okay? Yeah. So everybody, you know, dapped it up, like, yeah, bro, yeah, bro. Yeah, all this shit, right? So Nick walks away like, look, I don't know this man. I'm over here at Wembley. I'm over here at the Kentucky Derby. He's over here in the strip mall. I don't know this nigga. I'm like, but it was what it was, like, you know. So everybody basically, you know, enjoying themselves, and they pack up. They getting ready to go to, you know, Freaknik later on that night. So everybody gets back to the house. They're over here trying to change. They're getting ready for Freaknik. Jordan got all her friends coming in. I'm like, Jordan, yes, come on. Everybody got their little pixie hair. It's really cute. I like the whole vibes, right? So we see Amir and Natalie upstairs. Amir's like, yeah, we're gonna go. They're getting tattoos on them. They're doing all this stuff. So Natalie's like, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna be a part of that. Like, they're over here having fun, and I just don't like the fact where you have like a bitter person that's just like, you want to be perceived this way. Like, I'm so much better than that. I don't do that, and it's for me, it's only gonna come across as weird as fuck. Like, what did you expect them to do? Sit around and eat cookies and like braid their fucking hair? I don't fucking know what she thought was gonna happen. But girl, this is summer house. This is a weekend or 2 weeks of people having fun, living their life, have an opportunity that people would love. And you're sitting up here, come up here as a miserable bitch, to be honest.
Hey, Hoochie Mama Punch!
I just wish that she would just be a little bit more light. Because right now she's coming across very closed off. Her aura is very dark. Not dark and like evil, but it just seems very closed off and secluded. I just don't like it, right? But everybody's having a good time. Nick comes down tatted up. I said, hold on a minute. Hold on. I said, Nick, you might need some tattoos, because I said, I'm folding like a lawn chair. Nick. I was with Shanice. Shanice was like, hold on. Ooh, you look kind of good. I was like, girl, it was wild. Shanice made that her whole mission throughout the night. And she's like, nigga, I'm like, yo, Dad. I'm like, Shanice, remember, he still got a girlfriend. So you don't want her to come over here and try to beat your ass out of the ring. Just saying. But everyone's having a good time. It's a great night. It goes left with the whole truth and never have I ever. So Amir and Natalie, they exclude themselves very randomly and just whoop. I'm like, okay.
Mind you, they just had the conversation in the pool about how they met at the gym and how Amir wants to basically propose to Natalie. He was on proposal for the next step of their relationship. She was on how are they going to work together, because now he's on her team, and she made a comment about how he was selling houses in a lower market while she's selling houses in $1 million market. I don't know, something about that. I would just have my eyebrow raised.
Summer over here, Noelle messed up the truth or dare. She was like, never have I ever sucked dick. They were like, girl, you never did that? She was like, no, I did. She was like, that's not how you play that game. That's not how you play that game. Just going like, she was being real pointed with her talk. I'm like, girl, okay. So everybody's looking like, okay. So Bria said, like, you scared? And then Summer's just like, girl, I'm not scared. She come back.
We're playing Never Have I Ever in a hot tub. Summer's like, that's not how you play it, like getting intense about it.
And then Bria's like, the girl, don't throw that drink. And Summer's like, you don't think I would? I think there's two things going on. Summer is a drunk mess, and Bria is gaslighting in this moment where it's just like, you scared comment, but then I didn't say anything. And it's the, you better not throw that drink. The girl drunk. Now, I'm not saying that we're gonna blame it on the alcohol, but it's like, you already know that baby girl already got a mouth and she already got a little bit of tension built up inside her. It's just gonna add on to that. So you over here taunting at this point, talking about, oh, don't throw that drink. What you want her to do? I feel like Bria wants to be a victim so bad. But even though I'm always on Bria's ass, I have to put all the blame on Summer this time. Because Summer, you were acting a donkey ass fool, right? They go up to the room, they over here trying to chill. She see them over here laughing. She just like, oh my God, oh my God, doing all this dramatic ass shit. And girl, don't nobody got time for none of that bullshit that you doing.
For what? What the fuck did I do? I look you dead in the eye. I didn't do anything. I'm uncomfortable here now too. If these people don't think
so Bria's telling her like, girl, I have no issue with you. We did it in the pool because they basically mended things in the hot tub, but then they go upstairs and then it's a problem again. And she's telling her like, girl, we have no issue.
Yes, but I'm just saying, yeah, but Summer, like, I was sitting next to you the whole time. That should never happen. But that's why I said, like, give it 5 But that's why I said, like, I love.
Bria's Summer's over here running out, huffing and puffing, doing this. I'm jealous of y'all relationship. Preston and Jordan, my relationship ain't like y'all's because y'all's is fun and light, and my relationship is very heavy with them, which makes sense because you have 3 people going through 3 different things that is heavy. Trauma bond. Got it. Now we go to them. She get mad because Noelle is over here laughing at Shanice, but she thinks she's laughing at Summer, and then she get mad. She running down, she pushing her. She's like, look, Bria, I pushed her. I'm just like, girl, you just want attention in this moment, which we get it. But ain't nobody got time. I would have went to sleep. I would have locked the door and went right to sleep. Girl, I ain't got time. Let her be a drunk, pissy ass fool and wake up in the morning and want to apologize like we already know she's going to do. But she go downstairs, she knock a box down, all the guests. And that's one thing is I feel like it's embarrassing, secondhand embarrassment, to act a donkey ass fool in front of mixed company. That's embarrassing. So she over here knocking boxes off, and that was the end of the episode. Y'all, what y'all think about Summer? Because a lot of y'all said that Jordan and Bria have a lot to answer to. I think Summer. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black View. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a God stop a jolly break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around cause I excite you. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This sour candy all I really asking for. Now I got to go. Got. Bye bye.